Hello, this is Eddie here, and for the third time I'm going to tell you how to get the best out of your TV, your set-top box and your remote controls. You may be like me, you got 3 set-top boxes, that is to say Freeview, FreeSat and Sky. They all have different types of remote control and they all have different functions, and they all work in different ways. I don't know if you've ever wondered what's inside these remote controls, but for instance, there's a Sky remote, and when you look inside this, amazingly, there's hardly anything in there. No, just one light emitting diode, which is infrared, one capacitor and one filter. All the rest, and a microchip. All the rest of capacitors and resistors and that are built into the board. This rubber bit, all the little dimples on the back of that, are also resistors that when you press them on, they short circuit different things into different ways so that you can they can do different things. But they've all got their good points. For instance, this is a Samsung Smart TV one, and it's got one terrible blooming well design fault. The button here in the middle is the select or OK button, but it's completely surrounded by 4 shift buttons, and if you've got to press it, you quite often shift, and if you shift before you press the select, you get something different. Now here's another one. If you have a look at this, you'll see the OK in the middle, and you'll see there's quite a space between the same. These arrows indicate directional movements. You use it to go up and down and side to side on your guide, your TV guide and things like that. You also use it on teletext to move. Now some of these buttons will do more than one thing, so it's important to find out what they are. For instance, on this one, which is a FreeSat, these arrow buttons, as well as doing those shifts, will also do the forward skip and the back skip on a recording, so that you can skip through the adverts. Now if you go into the menu and select that, incidentally, if you go into the menu in anything and find something, you may also find that there's a button that will take you direct to that without having to go through all the problems of selecting it. Yeah, channel list on here, instead of having to go through all the press one button you get channel lists. On the 3D one button will take you to 3D instead of having to go through the select and so when you find something you use on the select, look to see it, on the menu and on the different things that's on there. It's hard to tell what is what, but generally there's several things you can look out for. One of the words is screen, another is picture. Now your TV's got contrast and brightness and all those controls on it, but some set-top boxes have also got that on, and that's what screen means. And there we go, anyway, you also find that the channel change button will operate other things, like when you're in teletext, and when you're in your list of programs you've recorded it, instead of having to use the up-down buttons to go, you can skip a whole page just by using the channel change button, up or down. So there's quite a lot of things that you can do with it. It just takes a lot of time to work it out. For instance, this one here, you can just press one button to go to radio, which means you can be watching television, and if you, like me, want to hear what the cricket score is, you press that button and bingo, you're on the radio channel. I think that's, as I say, they've all got their bad points as well. Now, this is a bad point. The record button right next to the info button. Now, the info button is one that you need to find out about and learn. Guide is another name for the channel, the programs, and if you're on a time-lapse program watching it in and you accidentally press the record button, it will start recording at the proper time of the program, the live program, and not where you are, and you will have lost it. So that's a bad design, having them close together. There's one here that's the same. This one here, I gotta remember this. It's not a mirror. Everything's back to front down there. The good point is the OK button surrounded. Is the second one with the OK button surrounded. That's good. The Sky is OK on that, but then Sky doesn't have a skip button. Now you can skip forward and back, and if you set your skip button when you found it to 1 minute forward and 30 seconds back, when the ads come up, you press it 3 or 4 times, and if you think you've gone too far, just skip back the 30 seconds, and you know you're within 50 seconds of where you wanted to be. Another tip is programs, adverts, towards the end of the adverts they give program information, and the last thing you see is the sponsor. So generally when I'm watching TV, I'm either watching on time-lapse or I'm watching on recorded, and I skip until I see the only ad I get is the sponsor. So that's probably why they spend their money on it. It's where I would put my ad anyway. Anyway, the other buttons to remember, I think you probably all know the 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, and the up and down button on the volume, up and down button on the channel change. I'm assuming you know all these, but these other buttons, find out what they do. Most of the buttons are also listed in the menu. I'd probably make a video demonstrating what I do on my TV, but I've got no cameraman, and this is just been sitting in front of the laptop built-in camcorder, and it is very difficult for me to show you these things, but I hope that's some help. Now, another tip: how to get a brighter, clearer picture on your television. This is, oh no, this is a very, very simple thing you can do to get a brighter picture on your TV and also your computer. 2 things: you need a very soft cotton cloth, old men's underpants I use. they're great. Wash them first, of course, and a nice soft duster, and mix up some soapy water. Now this will have more effect on places where people smoke, but even if nobody smokes in the house, you'll still be amazed at what comes off. You mix up some warm water with washing up liquid, and you soak the cotton cloth in it, and you wring it out as tight as you can, get it dried so it's just damp. Wipe over the screen several times, being careful to go into the corners, because you wind up with the corners dirty. Immediately after, go up and down, side to side, round and round. Have a look at your duster. If it's yellow, rinse it out, wash it and start again. Or if it's if it's dirty, and it'll be yellow if you've got a smoker in the house, no matter where they smoke. I never smoke in the one room, but it still gets the TV dirty in that room. Wipe it over, and immediately you finish the wiping, polish it with the duster. Don't wait for it to dry. Polish it as soon as you've finished, and I guarantee you'll have a brighter picture. Because people used to come to me with their repairs, you see. Now, when I repaired the set, it went back as near damn new as possible, because I used to clean everything like that. And I actually had one person said, "What happened to our TV? Did you break it and have to buy a new one?" I had a good laugh at that, you see. I said, "No, I simply cleaned it." And then I told them how to do it, like I've just told you. And the thing to remember about it is, one, it may take you 2 or 3 times, or maybe even 4, to get it clean initially. But if you do it once a month, and the same way, you will find not only that it's easier, but you'll find you can use the water for washing up afterwards, because it's only the first time you're gonna find it's quite dirty. And that's about it on that. Now, I got umpteen tips to tell you. For instance, if you want to cool a room down, put the fan in an open window. There's an old wives' tale saying that opening the fridge door or the freezer door doesn't cool the room down, because the motor, what you do is you switch it off, stick a fan in front of the door, that'll cool the room down. Of course, you can't do it for too long because the freezer will get too warm. Another trick about freezers, cram them absolutely as full as you can. You want to have a look at mine? I'll see if I can show it, but no, it's too awkward with this camera. And that's about that. Now I've already put up a few other videos. Now the good news is, or the bad news is, depending on your point of view, on next Monday I'm getting fibre optic, because finally we've had it installed in Gunner's Lake. And it'll go up a lot quicker, and I'll be able to contact you a lot quicker. Oh, that was my Cornish accent. I'm told I have a mid-Atlantic accent because when I was in the Merchant Navy, I sailed with Irish, I sailed with Arabs, I sailed with Scousers and Geordies, and by the end of each of those trips, when we arrived home, everybody thought I was a Geordie or a Scouser, because nobody could tell the difference. It's just happens to me. Whenever I hear a song and sing a song, for some reason, it sounds just like the person that I've heard singing it. It just comes naturally to me. And that's all on this. I don't know how long I've been. 14 minutes. That's a bit long. Right, goodbye then, and look out for more stuff, and I will try and put some videos up, but I hope that's been of interest to you. People were interested in my explanation of how a flintless lighter worked. I'm sorry if all those things I've told you about was teaching your granddad to suck eggs, but I watch a lot of programs on TV, especially quizzes and that, and when a question comes up and I say, Christ, I thought everybody knew that, and of course they don't. The only thing I don't know that's driving me up the wall at the moment is what a pleb is. I know there's a TV program called Plebs, and I had a quick glance at it, and it seems to be a comedy show, which they are a bit harebrained. Perhaps just that's what they're saying. But I thought it meant police like extreme brutality. Goodbye.